Hello everyone, Baccarat James here for the Baccarat One-Two knockout system. And episode 2, you learned that we can get taken down. Now, can it continue in episode 3? Of course it can. But just to show you that we're going to continue with the last shoe where we left off. We got slaughtered, we lose our net 10, we leave, come back. Now, this would not have happened because obviously it would have been a different shoe, but it might have, right? So, got my Golden Knights pillow, and we're going to get right into it. And remember, this is not financial or gambling advice. We're going to go exactly to where we left off and continue from there. Why? Because you can enter a shoe anytime, and I don't want to say, well, because we lost our net 10, that the system doesn't work. I want to play it all the way through, actually, but if you lose your net 10, get the heck out. So today's another day, right? But you got to come back in. So we're coming back in exactly where we left off, just to show you guys, just to see if this really works on no matter what. But my advice is get the heck out after a net 10. And if we lose, we lose, right? We keep on losing, we keep on losing. And I know for a fact that we are. But then again, I'm going to show you how to get out. And sometimes it can get hairy, right? Sometimes it really can get hairy. So as you can see by our tracking sheet, we're not doing too well here. I'm going to start a new sheet. Our highest plateau still is 103. So we're actually down what? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Minus the juice, 13, 15. Minus the 3 that we're up. We're down 12. We're down 12 units here, guys. But I'm not crying over spilt milk yet, right? So minus 2, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. All right, we're going to get started again right where we left off. So let's go over to that shoe for virtual bet. We're still on shoe for virtual bet number 2. And we're hopping right in here. This is where we left off. So because there was a gap in 54, right? In column 48, we had that run there of 6 players. So because there's a gap, and then followed by in column 55 and 57, there was a run of 2 each. Okay, because of that gap, we give it 2 times. So we lost the last one. So here we would be betting 1 unit on the bank. So let's see what happens and go from there. 1 unit on the bank, guys. 1 unit on the bank. Alrighty then. Now, if it wins, we mark it up. Okay, it won. So you take your tracking sheet and we mark up the 1. So the next time it comes back to player or runs over 6 banks, if it goes to 7 banks, then we'll get back in. So you're going to see the method to my madness soon. All right, so we just let it run and go from there. I hope you're enjoying these. Now, nobody said it was going to be easy, right? If you think this game is easy, think again, because it's not, but you can grind it out to the point where you'll have a decent shot playing this way. And I want you to trust me on this. It could go totally south on you. I've had day after day after day where it's been total shit, right? So if I lose another net 10, I'm out. So here, we're coming back in as if we're a new day and a new shoe, although it's the same shoe. We had just bet 2 units on the player, and we lost. Why 2 units on the player? Because we're following that run. So put a minus 2 there. Okay, minus 2. And now we'll bet 1 unit on the bank. I'll show you what your sheet should look like at the end. So, yeah, that's just it. We bet the bank and we win 1 unit, right? I've got to get a couple of wins strung together. So we circle that 1 on the left, and we'll be betting 2 units now when it comes back to player or after a run of 6 banks. I hope you're getting that. But, yeah, we got to get past those 6 players to start betting the vertical run. So just let it run out, and we'll get there. It's just a matter of time. We've got to hit that one good shoe, and I know for a fact that we will, but that doesn't mean that you will. You could continue just to get slaughtered I've had it happen to me before where I just lost shoe after shoe after shoe, and then boom, we get this one really good shoe, and see you later, bye. But you have to have the balls, you have to have the bankroll, right? I only started with 100 units. I would prefer starting with 400 units, right? 400 units is a lot of units to lose. So if bank wins here, no, it does not. If bank had won there, we would have hopped on the bank wagon, but it didn't. All right. So we will be betting 2 units. We won the last bet. We will be betting 2 units on the player here and see what gives. So no juice involved. So we would lose there, -2. Okay, so we bet 1 unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank now. We lose there, -1. Okay, we're net 3. Now we switch to the chop mode. We bet 1 unit on the bank, and it wins. Okay, so mark that up. Don't forget your juice, guys. That's where, a lot of guys will be trying to say, oh, well, I don't need to count the juice. The heck you don't, because that does add up. Okay, so now we're betting 2 units on the chop. 2 units on the chop, and go from there. And we will be jumping into Shoot for Virtual Bet 3 in this episode once this one's done. Okay, so the episodes will be a little bit different than the Shoot for Virtual Bet. So we will bet the player here 2 units, and it wins. So we take that 2, and we knock it down. We go up 1 unit. So we're betting 3 units now. 3. Okay, so we're betting 3. We don't want our units to get over 5, and I'll show you how to not go crazy here. So we bet in the bank 3 units, and we lose. Wah, wah, wah. So -3. Okay, we're not doing too well. We're actually down 2 units, and we're down 2 bets, 2 net bets, even though we won more 1 unit bets, but so be it. Actually, we're down 1 unit. Okay, so that was a 3 unit bet. When it comes back to the bank, because of all these chops in between, and then the gap in column 64, that is, we'll be betting the chop. We'll give it one more try. Okay, so when it comes back to bank, we will be betting 2 units on the player when it comes back to bank. Or if it's a new shoe, we'll start out betting 2 units. But you'll see. I mean, it takes a while for this to catch on, and I know that this isn't explained perfectly, like my computer's shitty, but you guys got to do a little work here. I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Now it's your turn to just sit and understand, ask questions, and we could get there very easily. So this is a 2 unit bet on the player, and it wins. So because it's a 2 unit bet, we circle that, one of the 2s, and now it's a 3 unit bet on the bank. Okay, we go up on the win as long as we have all those negatives there, and the highest bet you'll see is 5 units. That's all you want to, that's the most you want to bet, because when you start betting 5 units, you're in deep shit. So there's a player, 3 units, not good, right? -3 again. So we'll be betting 2 units when we come back, right? We'll be betting 2 units when we come back. So let's see if it goes our way. Once it comes back to bank, then we'll start to bet again. 5, 4. Another player. I have a feeling the shoe's going to end soon. It's on the 79th hand. Usually doesn't go, 82nd hand. So yeah, it's probably going to end, and then we'll jump right into Shoot for Virtual Bet number 3 and carry on. And another player, right? Not good. And we are at net 2. Okay, there's the bank. Here we bet the player 2 units. 2 units on the player. Nope, and a shoe. All right, so I'm going to pause this and go to Shoot for Virtual Bet number 3, and we'll continue. Hang on, guys. Okay, we're starting Shoot for Virtual Bet number 3. All right, this is the 3rd episode. So we're going to get going here. Press go. Now remember, we left off, we were betting excuse me, 2 units we left off at. And we're down net 2 here. So that's a player, right? So we'd be betting, don't worry about the net 2 because we're going to go on net 10. If so, it goes over to 12 if we were to lose. Big deal, right? It's a new shoe. Give ourselves a chance for the whole shoe, right? That's what I would do. So it's player. We'll bet 2 units on the player, right? 2 units on the player. And if this wins, you'll see what I do here. All right. 2 units on the player, 4-0, 3 wins. Okay. So your sheet should read -2. Let's pull that sheet up, right? Let's pull that sheet up. All right. We'll pull the sheet up and I'll show you what it should read. Right now, this is how it's looking. Because I know it's a little convoluted, more than a little convoluted. All right. So we take these 2 off because we started again. Those have 1. But we cancel out everything else and it's -3. Okay, and -3. All right, so we just won the 2 unit bet. So we could take 2 off the 1s here. We can knock off a 2. We could reduce this. This is what I do. We just won the 2 unit bet, right? So I will take off 2 here, right? 1, 2. We take those out. All right. So eliminate those off your tracking sheet, right? And that's what it looks like right now. Plus we have 1 more in the juice. 1 more in the juice. So it's 22. Correct? Okay. So I might have screwed up the juice. If I did, whip me, beat me. But this is where we're at, right? We won the 2 units. And we're starting, again, we're betting 3 units. So we'll get back to the shoe, and it'll be a 3 unit bet. So continue tracking, guys. That's how your shoe should, your tracking sheet should look like, right? So we'll get back to it. Go back to shoe for virtual bet number 3, and we will be betting 3 units. 3 units on the player here. And here we go. 3 units on the player. We're getting into the heavy. Oh, natural 9. Natural 9. That's nice, huh? So we'll take the 3 at the end and we'll circle it. Gone. Okay? We'll circle that. So what are we betting? 3 units. Again. No, actually we're betting 4 units. We're going up to 4 units. I'm sorry. We go up to 4 units. Right? That 3 on the very end here. This 3 here. When we get to 3, we just knock it the heck off, right? Knock that the heck off. We don't want our bets to climb too high. So we're betting 4 units now, right? I could have did a 2 and a 1, right? I could have did a 2 and a 1. Actually, I am going to do a 2 and a 1 here just to keep it the same. So we knock off 2 bets. The 2 and a 1 are gone because we just won the 3 units, right? Sorry, I was doing it a little incorrectly, right? So we knock off the 2 and the 1. All right. -1, -3. Yep. It's right now. It's right now. So let's go back, take a look. Was that a juice bet? I don't know if it was. No, it was not. So that shows you how good my memory is. So now we have 1, 3, 2, 1. 1, 3, 2, 1. 3, 3. And we're betting 4 units. Now remember, we don't get over 5, and I'm going to show you why, okay? But we're betting 4 units now, so it's getting up there. You're betting thousands of dollars. It's $4,000, right? All right, let's go. We're hoping for a player. 4 units here, 4 unit bet. Yeah, I was screwing up the math there. I don't want to screw you guys up. That was a bank. We lose 4 units. So we mark that on a tracking sheet. Not good. Not good, not good. So our next bet is on the bank. We follow the run again, all right, because there's no gap. And that's the concept that you guys got to get with the gap, right? So we just bet 4. We'll bet 3 on, we'll bet 3 units on the bank, all right? Always try to knock off 2 bets, and when you can't, well, then we just keep adding them on. So 3 units on the bank, and it wins. All right. So take that 2 and a 1 and knock them off. The 2 and a 1, because we just won 3 units. Now the juice, we got to add. It was at 21, right? So we add 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's important to keep counting the juice. So don't make a bet here. No bet here. And here we go. This is really choppy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 type shoes that kill us. But you'll see that we don't always get killed. So if it goes to, we won the 3 unit bet, right? So you got to keep that in your mind. We're going to be betting 4 next, right? We're going to be betting 4. Okay, it doesn't go to bank. So here we'll be betting 4 units on the player, right? 4 units on the player. And you'll see what happens when we get to 5, when we start betting 5 units. And our net is pretty good, right? Our net. We're not down any. Okay, so we bet the, how many units did we bet there? 4, I said. Okay, go back to your tracking sheet. You see a 3 and a 1. Knock those off. Okay, knock those off. So your sheet should say 3, 3, 4 now. 3, 3, 4. Right? Got it? Got it? Got it? Good. All right. And we won the 4 units, right? So we should go up to 5 units, and that'll be our max bet is the 5. And you'll see what we do when that comes about. All right. So let's go to our tracking sheet. We won all those bets, luckily. So we eliminated that. We eliminated the 2 and the 1, right? I didn't mark down the 4. So your tracking sheet, I believe, I could be wrong, should look like this, -4. All right? And now we'll be betting, oops, let's go back here. I want to keep it all in one space. -4, right? And the juice was 22, and we had 3 more in the juice here, in the juice tank. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 to add on. All right, everything's on the up and up. You're getting the tracking sheet. And let's go. So now we go back to the shoot for virtual bet and see what happens. All right, so we let it run. And now if the players get up to 4 wins in a row, then we'll hop on the train. You only go 1 over what it says. All right, then you hop back in. Doesn't look like it. Bank hits. So now we're at the nitty gritty. We're betting 5 units, guys. 5 units, right? And we're not down any net at all, okay? So we're betting 5 units on the bank, and this is where it gets nitty gritty, okay? 5 units on the bank. And the math, I mean, sure, we're going to lose our asses sometimes. 5 units on the bank, and it barbecues just like we like it. So you go back to your tracking sheet. Teaching you, I'm holding your hand here. I said I wasn't going to do it. 5 units, right? So we take off the 4. And this comes down 1 unit, right? Because it's 5 units. So this comes down to a 2. Now we look, and it's 3 units. So we'll be betting 4 units now. Now don't forget the juice, right? 1, 2, make some space, 3, 4, 5. All right, you get that? So our juice is up to 27 and 30. Fine. Okay, fine. We don't keep going up. Okay, we do not keep going up to 6 units. 5 units is our max bet. We look to our left after, and we see 3, so we go up by 1. We're betting 4 units now. Our next bet is going to be 4 units. Now, can we get out? I don't know. I have a good idea, though. You know, I'm not cheating. I'm not looking ahead. I did these months ago. I was testing, and I haven't looked back because I was up to like the 45th shoe or the 50th shoe, something like that. And I said, you know what? That's enough testing. Let's see if this really, really works live, and it has been, right? So now what are we betting? 4 units, guys. 4 units. Don't be afraid. Be very afraid. 4 units on the player, and that loses. Okay? That sucks. All right? So you got your 2, 3, and 4 there. Now on your tracking sheet, 2, 3, and 4. That would have been nice, right? That would have been nice. All right. So your 2, 3, and 4 loses. Here we bet the chop. We go back down to 3 units. 3 units, guys. Okay. So you'll see what I do. Let's go to the tracking sheet to show you one more time. Okay. No harm, no foul. This should say -4 now. Okay. -4. So we go back down. We're betting 3 units. All right. I'll come back to this from time to time just to help you guys try to understand it. I know it can be convoluted the way I explain it, but okay. 3 units on the player. We're going down, and there's only been it hasn't been established yet. So 3 units on the player because of this gap. 3 units, and it's all luck or all non-luck. Okay, we didn't luck out there. That's a 3 unit bet. We put that down on our tracking sheet. So your tracking sheet should read 2, 3, 4, 3, right? 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, let it run. When it comes back to player or more than 4 banks, then we'll get in. All right, player, bank. One more bank and we'll get in. Okay. Remember, our bet is 2 units. Our bet is 2 units. And it did not go to bank, so our bet is still 2 units because we lost 4 and 3. 2 units on the player, and it wins. All right, so here's where the rubber meets the road. We can't take off 2, okay? Take a look at your tracking sheet, right? We have bet 2 units, right? We can either take the 4 down to 2, which is fine, or we can take that 2 off. Let's take that 2 off because there is no 1 and a 1. If there were 1 and 1, we'd take that off. At this point, we're just taking off the 2. Okay, just take off that 2. So there was another 4 there, wasn't there? No, there was 3. There was 3 because I didn't mark that up, right? So we bet the 2 units. We could have did 2 and 1, right? Or if there's a 2, just knock off that 2. So now we're betting 3 units. And if we win, we just knock off that 3, right? Okay, here we go. So yeah, the math is a little bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, then you'll realize that, hey, this might make sense, right? This might make sense. All right. So let's go. Now, we wait till it goes back to bank and we'll bet 3 units. Wait till it goes back to bank. Now we'll bet 3 units. And remember, we just knocked off that 2. So we bet 3 units and it's a tie. Same thing. 3 units on the bank. Not looking good. Okay, so we lose that there. We go over to the tracking sheet. Your tracking sheet reads real. Waiting for it to populate. Okay, so we have won the 2 and we lose the 3 there. All right, so now we're betting 2 units again. Now what do we do with this tracking sheet is, okay, 2 units from 3. We'll make one of these a 1, like the first one a 1, okay, if we win. Okay, so that's what your tracking sheet should look like. 3, 4, 3, 3. Okay, right? And our net 10, we're not worried about it. Our net 10, we're not worried about. But we'll know when it gets real crappy, right? All right. So that was a chop, but because of this single gap on column 12, we'll give it 2 tries. So we're going to be betting. We just bet 3. We bet 2 units on the player, and go from there. Some of these shoes are long and drawn out, but you're going to get the gist of it, and it's going to turn around. I know this because I've done these shoes, but I'm going to show you what it's like. And am I getting lucky? Maybe, maybe not. I didn't get lucky there, did I? Okay, that was a 2 unit bet. Hey, so we'll mark that down. Go to your tracking sheet. Okay, I'll do this so that it's going to take a long time at doing it this way, right? So I won't keep coming back to this because it's going to take a heck of a long time. So now we're betting 1 unit, okay? 1 unit. So what do? We go back and hope that we can get on a chop run. So we bet 1 unit on the player. 1 unit on the player. And we go from there. That's what we're down to. You don't want to get slaughtered when you get a lot of losses. All right? You don't want to get slaughtered. It's not nice getting slaughtered. So we bet 1 unit on the player and it wins. All right? So in this case, I'm going to have to show you the tracking sheet because it looks like garbage, right? In this case, this is what you do. We won 1 unit, right? So we could take this down to 1 unit, but what I like to do is take down the higher one, the highest one. Actually, yeah, what I like to do is take down the highest one. So now that's a -3, all right? So now we're betting 2 units. So the only thing we can do is reduce the 2 to nothing, or we could go, you know, take the 3s and take them down. But what I will do is just take down the 2 unit if we're lucky enough to win the next chop, right? A little convoluted here, I know. So we bet 2 units on the bank. We go up on the win, guys, up on the win. 2 units on the bank, and it loses. Okay, so we go over here, mark that down. 2 units, shoot and match, right? -2, all right? Now we'll go down to 1 unit, and if that fails, we'll take 1 off the highest tracking number, which is 3, right? We'll make that down to a 2, okay? And when we start to win, you'll see why I'm doing it this way, right? Okay, so we'll be betting 1 unit the next hand. On the bank, we bet 1. And remember, if it gets out of control, the net 10, hey, get the heck out of the shoe, right? So, okay, here we are betting the bank, right? Because there is no singleton gap. It was a double gap. So here we're betting the bank for 1 shot, 1 unit. That's a tie. Bet the bank again for 1 unit. And my computer is just so bad. And that wins. All right. So I'll show you what to do on the tracking sheet. Yeah. Okay, we won the 1 unit, right? That comes down to 2, right? And the juice, we owe a juice here. And if I forgot the juice, like I say, don't beat me up, okay? Please don't beat me up over forgetting the juice. Because we could just say, okay, well, with all the bets that I lost, we could just take out 1 unit. And that'll cover 20 non-bets, okay? So now we won the 1 unit. We're going back to 2. Going back to 2, all right? And if I do that, I'm just going to knock off the 2, right? Or I can go 2 and 1, right? So you'll see it. You'll see it here. There's a couple different ways you can do it. And every way that I do it, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're going to get your own rhythm, your own pattern of what to bet and not to go over type thing. So we'll be betting 2 units next, right? So we won the 1 unit. We knocked that down, right? We wait for the player and we bet 2 units. Wait for the player and bet 2 units. You're going to see the method of my madness. We're off to see the Wizard. If anyone's seen the Wizard of Oz at the Venetian, you got to go to the Sphere and watch it. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. So we would have bet 1 unit, 2 units on the player, we lose, right? 2 units on the player. Go back to our tracking. Go back to the tracking. And yeah, this takes a lot longer, but I am showing you guys the method to my madness. -2. Can't catch a smell here, right? Can't catch a smell. So, but we will catch on eventually, right? So now we're back down to 1 unit bet. 1 unit bet, guys. We take a look at the shoe. And because there's no single gap, it doesn't change. We bet the chop. 1 unit on the player, guys and gals. 1 unit on the player. And I know this is going over some people's head. 1 unit on the player. So we take our highest bet, our highest loss, and we knock that down 1 unit. Why? Because we don't want our bets to start crawling up there. So we knock this down to 1 unit. Okay? We knocked it down 1 unit, I should say. All right. Now, was that a juice bet? I don't know. No, it was not. All right. So now this would be a 2-unit bet on the bank. We go up on the wind. And I know it's hard to get back sometimes, but just, bad luck comes and goes. Same with good luck, right? So that was another 2-unit bet. And I'll just do it here for you guys. And you're going to say, what the heck there, James? You know what the heck you're doing here? Well, hey, bear with me. I'm just telling you to have a little faith because we'll get there eventually. You watch. All right. So we wait for it to come back to bank, and we'll be betting 1 unit on the bank, right? When it comes back to bank. And it didn't come back to bank now, so we'll be betting nothing. Wait for one more player, then we'll get in. One more player, the player wins, and it does. So now we bet 1 unit on the player. All right, 1 unit on the player. Let's hope it gets on a run. You never know. That does not look good. We lost there, 1 unit. Let's go back to our tracking sheet. Yeah, that is fugly. -1, right? So next bet will be 1 unit. I'll keep on going back here just to show you guys, right? It'll take a little longer, a lot longer. So we bet 1 unit on the bank. Start all over again. That was not very good. There is no gaps, right? There is no gaps. If there is a gap here to player, then we'll try two shots for the chop. But if it runs to bank, then we'll try another bet on the run rather than the chop. Okay, so chops the player. What did we lose there? We lost another one, right? We lost another one. This is looking pretty bad here, guys. You'd probably say, what the? You can't hit the broadside of a barn. And I'm like, yep, you got that right. Right now I cannot. But oh ye of little faith, as my dad used to say. Okay, 1 on the bank. Now you got to have some perseverance. You got to have some guts just to keep following my patterns and everything. And hopefully it will come to fruition. So we win that 1 unit bet, right? We win the 1 unit bet. Take this sucker off. Okay? Right. Now we're betting 2. Okay? Now we're betting 2 units. And was that a bank bet? Yes, it was. So what do we got to do? What do we have to do? Add 2 to the juice. Don't mess around with the juice. 1, 2. Okay? So now we're betting 2 units here. 2 unit bet here on the player. Right? Now you're going to see what I'm going to do here. 2 units on the player. If we win, that is. Waiting for it to populate. Come on, buddy. There it goes. 2 units on the player. We lose. Oh, wow. We're not doing too well. So we go over here. Had we won, I would have taken that 1 out and 1 off the 3. Okay, the highest one. But we lost, of course. So another -2. Right? Now we're down to a 1 unit bet. This does pile up. This does pile up. All right. So our net 10, yeah, we come back another day. But, okay, just pretend it's another day. We come back to the same shoot. So, what are we at now? Net. I'll take a look in a minute. Our net losses. Okay, that's a player. Okay, because of the gap, we bet the bank 1 unit and we win, right? Mark that up. Go over here, mark it up. I am going to hold your hand, guys. So we bet the 1 unit and it won, right? Eliminate the 1. All right. Or we could go 1 unit off the highest one, or we could take 1 unit off the 2. But no, if there's a 1, just eliminate it. Okay, just eliminate it. And we go back, and it's a 2 unit bet. 2 unit bet. Is it going to bring us back to where we were? I hope so, because I don't know where we were. Okay, so that was a juice bet. Don't forget the juice, guys. We'll go back here. that was a 1 unit bet, right? So we add 1 to the juice and carry on. Don't forget your juice. Betting 2 units on the player here. And yeah, it's not a nice shoe, is it? Not a nice shoe. Okay. And that loses. Holy crap on a cracker, right? Holy crap on a cracker. Sometimes you just can't do it. So we got down to it. This is -2. So what are we down our net bets? I know we had 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We're down -8. So 2 more and we're out of this shoe. But we'll pretend, because I want to get these shoes going, we'll pretend like it's a new day after the net 10. Okay? We'll just do it that way. It's easier, right, than coming back to a new shoe. But we should be coming back to a new shoe, different results. But I just want to show you what happens if we go all the way through. Okay? But keep in mind that net 10, get the heck out of Dodge, right? Get the heck out of Dodge, because you're going to ruin your bankroll. You're going to ruin your day. And it does happen that way. But I want to show you that, hey, if you were to play all the way through, look at how many losses you could get, right? You could end up destroying your whole bankroll. So after 10, call it a day. What we need here is a good long run, like a 15 banks. So that chops, we wouldn't have bet. So now we bet 1 unit on the bank again. 1 unit on the bank. And we lose. Okay, so that's a double run. 1 unit on the bank. Go over to our tracking sheet. I wonder if you like this way with me going back and holding your hand and doing the tracking sheet. Some of you guys are probably going mad by saying, oh, I don't need to go to the tracking sheet every time. And you don't, right? You don't. I just want to show you how it could get eliminated. So that was 1 unit. We lose there. Loser. Man, we're getting slaughtered. And we would be at like a net 9, and we would probably be crying in our suds and saying, what the heck? This does not work. Well, you got to give it time. You got to give it a try. You just can't say that. And you have to be prepared to lose like 400 units. If you're prepared for that, then you're prepared. I don't know what to say if you lose your 400 units, except for, man, your luck sucks. And mine does too sometimes, right? It does. But just wait and see. Patience is a virtue. When it goes back to bank, we'll be betting 1 unit only on the bank. 1 unit only on the bank. So this is kind of a beginner's thing where I'm holding your hand. Someone had mentioned it's too whatchamacallit. That was a juice bet, by the way. It's too confusing, right? Not having that tracking sheet. But I'm trying to make these videos smaller or shorter, right? That was a win. Take off the 1, right? Add the juice. 1 more for the juice. All right, so now we're up to a 2 unit bet. Okay, and we're trying to eliminate these. Trying to eliminate them as best as we can. Now, what you would do and what I would do might be 2 different things, right? Wait for it to come back to player, or a run of at least 5 banks before we get in. And we'd be betting the solid. The solid is the run. The stripe is the, that sounds good. Stripes and solids. We'd be betting the solid. All right, we'd be betting the run. The stripe, we can call, just like pool, the chop. So we bet 2 units here on the player. Remember, no juice. 2 units here on the player. And it wins. All right, so come on over to your tracking sheet. You're going to see why I eliminate the 2. There's no juice. Get rid of this. Boom. And we're going to go up 1 unit. All right. So sometimes we'll eliminate 2 bets. Sometimes we'll just eliminate the 1, depending on how bad we're getting slaughtered. Okay. So we just eliminated that 2, no juice. So we go up to 3 units. 3 units here. Okay. You'll see what I do here. And this is the way, proper way that it should be done. When it goes back to bank, not yet. Coffee time, coffee time, coffee time, always coffee time. And that no-name coffee's good. Okay. So go back to bank when it goes to bank. And yeah, my internet is super slow. And some of you might be saying, well, why aren't you going to play live? I do play live all the time, guys. And I'm going to try and show you that. I've been running really well. What's this? Hang on. Was that a 2 or a 3 unit bet? We just won the 2. That was a 3 unit bet we lost right there. Lose the 3. Don't be shy with your tracking sheet. It sucks sometimes. Don't be shy with it. Go back, get a little more room. Yeah, it does suck sometimes. -3. Don't forget, for every bet that we eliminate, we also, take down our net 10, right? So if it was at 8, it's at 7. Now it's at 8 type thing, right? Get out when it's net 10. Just get out of the shoe. Alrighty then. So now we're going to be betting. Okay, look way back in column 36. Okay, then followed by column 38. And then there were 2 runs in column 39 and 41. So we give it 2 tries. Okay, so we're going to be betting the player. We bet 3 units the last time. We'll be betting 2 now. 2 now on the player. 2 units on the player. And see what happens. We just lost the 3 units, right? And that looks good. That was the second kick of the cat. So that was a 2 unit win, right? That was a 2 unit win. We come out here and we eliminate. Or if you want, right, you can make this down to 1. If you want, you can make that down to 1 because we won the 2 units. Okay? I actually prefer that, right? So our bets don't get sky high, and then you'll see the double elimination that way when we win, if and when we win the next bet. So you can do it that way, or just knock off a 2. So let's do it that way. Knock it down by 2. You won the 2 unit bet. So the next bet is 3 units. I'm giving you a little bit different money management, but either way works just as well, right? You're going to see it. So it's a 3 unit bet. You just have to remember, how much was I betting there? How much do I bet, right? And no juice, of course, because it was on the player. At least we're saving the juice, aren't we? So, yeah, I'm holding your hand through all these. And you guys who know it all can go crazy and fast. Do 2 times speed when you're watching this, right? And then it'll go by a little faster, right? And if you have premium, it'll let you go 4 times. That's what I need. Okay, so we bet 2. What did we bet the last time, guys? What did we bet the last time? 2 units, right? Yep. So we're betting 3 units now. 3 units now. All right. This is actually a better method of betting. 3 units now. We lose. Oh, God. All right. I know. 3 units and let it populate. -3. Okay. So we'll be betting 2 units next, right? Let's get back. All right. So we'll be betting 2 units on the player. We give it 2 tries. Remember the gap rule. 2 units on the player. So, and it wins. So we go back and do the same shit. Same stuff. No juice. We bring this down to 1. That was 2 units. Remember, we're betting 3 again. And you're going to see why we're doing this. Just eliminate this, right? You're going to see. So now we're back to 3 unit bets. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it to come to bank, and we bet 3 units. Wait for it to come to bank, and we bet 3 units. I want to do 1 whole shoe per episode, so whether we have a net 10 loss or not, that's up to you to get out. It's at the bank. We bet 3 units on the bank now. 3 units on the bank. And we won. Whoa! We sniped that one out. 3 units, right? So this is what you do with 3 units. You take one of these off, and you take one of these off. That adds up to 3, right? Good going. And we add on 3 units. 1, 2, leave some space, 3. So what are we at? 22, 32, 37, 38. Wow, that's a lot. You might be saying 38. So that's 2 units basically, because 40 juice is 2 units, right? And we'll tally those up at the end. So that was a 3-unit bet, right? So we're going to go to 4. We're going to go to 4. Got to have some balls here. The highest one we'll go to is 5 if we get to 5, which I hope we don't. But so it goes back to player. We'd be betting 4 units. 4 units, guys. Yeah, I got to do that from now on. Knock down 1 when it's over and above. So, okay, 4-unit bet when it comes back to player. And we like these clumps. And didn't come back to player. 1 more bank, and then we'll be betting 4 on the bank. Let it run, guys. Let it run. That's what happens when you have a slow computer. Tie bet there. My head is like Godzilla. Right? So, okay, the bank wins. Now we'll come in 4-unit bet. 4-unit bet on the bank. See if it can run. I have no idea. Just let it run. Oh, I thought we would win that, for crying out criminy. Okay, 4 units. And remember, our highest bet will be 5. And you're going to see if it gets up there, why. So that was a 4-unit bet, and that sucked. So what do we bet next is 3 units. -4 there. Go over. I really thought we were going to get that one. We bet 3 units on the player. 3 units on the player. Go down 1. Otherwise, you're going to be caught with your pants down. 3. We lose that. We lose that 3-unit bet. Ah! Look at that. Oh, there goes my phone. Okay. We lose 3 there. I got to pause. I got to answer this. I'll pause in a second. I'll be right back. So we added that 3, and now we're down to 2-unit bet is our next bet. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Wow, getting slaughtered. So the next bet will be 2 units on the bank. 2 units on the bank. And we'll mark that up, and I'll show you. You might be saying, well, I get the gist of it, but why do you keep on marking it up? Well, there are people that don't. So I'm going to hold people's hands for a little while. So we win that. Right, I wasn't going to, and then my friend said, hey, people will not understand this. They'll not get it, and they'll turn off, which is a bummer because I don't want you guys to turn off. So we win the 2-unit bet, right? So there are no double 1s there to eliminate 2. So what we'll do is we'll just go to this 4, and we'll make it a 2. That's fine. Okay, that way our bets don't get high. And when we get on a run, sure, we'll have to gain some units back, but you could lose like 3 units and win 2 and still be ahead in this. Okay, so that was a bank. So don't forget the juice. That was a 2-unit bet, right? Don't forget how much you bet, right? So we do that. All right, now we already eliminated that down to 2. Got our highest number down. Right? There's money management for you. So we're betting 3 units now. We'll be betting the 3 when it goes back to player. All right. So we give it 2 tries because of that singleton gap. Got to answer my phone. Okay, my friend's coming over. And we're going over the music for my retirement party. Yep. I haven't quit yet. And I want my bosses to see this because I don't really care. And hopefully, maybe they'll let me come in to where I work and play for quarters. I doubt it. It's a high-end joint. And if I could play for quarters and stream somewhere, we got some money behind us, and we could try it, okay? I've been playing $5 bets at the Gold Coast just to try it, and it's sweet. But the problem is it takes so bloody long. It takes a long time, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for these guys to bet, and they smoke. They all smoke. Piss on it. Go over to the stadium gaming and play every shoe. Boom, 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 boom. Play 4 shoes at a time. So I'm going to get a GoPro and see if I can do it that way. I'm going to ask for permission. Actually, I'm going to try and do it without permission first, and then they could kick me. So what was that? That was a 2-unit bet, right? So now we're betting 3 units on the player here. 3 units on the player. And you'll see what I do now. We'll eliminate 2 bets if we can win. 3 units here, guys, on the player. 4-4, down to 2, we lose. 3 units, that loses. Okay, whatever. Get tired of these losses, huh? And remember your net 10 rule, you would be out. Okay? Just remember that in your thick noggin. I would be out right around now. That was a -2. That sucked. -2. That sucked. Right? Mark it up. There we go. Finally. Delayed reaction. Delayed everything. Okay, so we will probably be out because we're getting either close to or at a -10, which sucks. Right? Was that a 3-unit bet? Let's take a look. We had won the last one, so yeah, that would have been a 3-unit bet. Let's go back. Try to be honest here. Try not to screw it up that bad. That was a 3-unit bet. We lost. So now we're going back to a 2-unit bet, and we are down quite a bit. We are. So 2 units on the bank. 2 units on the bank. We get on a roll. We get out, and you're going to see it eventually. Look at all the bets we are down. I've been down like 40 bets, and then the shit hits the fan and we get it all back. Okay, 2 units. The shit can hit the fan either way. Blow at you or blow at the dealer. You know? So that was a 2-unit bet. So what do we do? Before I was eliminating a 2, piss on it. That goes down to 1. All right? All right. That was a 2-unit bet. Now we're coming back and betting 3 units. Was there juice there? I can't remember. Yes, there was. So we come back here. Don't forget to add your juice, guys. Don't forget to add your juice. 1. So we got 20 more. So we're at 42 on the juice. Just add it up. 42 on the juice. You take all this shit out. And if you don't like my swearing, then you shouldn't be here because sometimes I swear a lot. That was a 2-unit bet. So now we're up to a 3-unit bet. If we do the 3, we'll eliminate a 2 and a 1. See the method to my elimination here? That's the money management, guys. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. So that was a 2-unit bet, and it won. So we go up to 3 units. Remember, don't go over 5 units. If you do, you're going to lose a lot, especially when you lose 10 in a row. Betting $5 units, 50,000 bucks. That's too much, right? Even if I had 400, that'd be a lot. But we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get this going somewhere. Play live stream this system. See what we can do. Get a following. Everybody come in. We plow money. Everything's on the up and up. Everybody agrees what bet to make. Hey, we can do this. We get the team behind us. We can do this. So, we're going to go player here. What do we say? 3-unit bet. 3 units. Right? 3 units on the player. No juice. We like that. Player 4, 1, 9. Yeah. Oh, no. It's a tie. High tie at 9. High tie. All right. So, player, we bet 3 units, and we lose again. What the heck, James? Do you even know your ass from a hole in the ground? It doesn't seem so, but I could be singing a different tune soon. Okay, screw that. -3. Again, right? What can we do when we live in a shoe? Move to a boot and get laced. That's an old corny joke. 2 units on the bank here, guys. 2 units on the bank. Remember, we're eliminating a bet every second bet, so we're not even at the net 10, so I'm not even worried. 7, 8. We lucked out there. 2-unit bet, right? Let's go back to this baby. 2-unit. Knock that off. 1. Okay. That was a juicer. 1. I'll go double check that. That was a juicer. Yes, it was. All right. Carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when we are done. Larry head to rest. I hope they don't get me for copyright. Don't you cry no more. Okay, 3 unit bet again. 3 unit, yeah. Stubborn, hit my head against the wall. 3 unit on the player. Natural 9 will not be denied. Come on over here. Finally, we get to do what I said we could do. That was a 3 unit bet. Eliminate the 2 and the 1. It doesn't matter which one. So now we're betting 4 units, guys. 4 unit is the next bet. All right. And the money manager, you're going to say, what? Wait, what? This works? Or it doesn't. It gets back to bank. We'd be betting 4 bloody units. When it comes back to bank just now, we bet 4 units. That was luck. When you see an 8, win by a 9. But it is a 2-card game. 6-6 tie. 4 units on the bank. Eliminate that. 4 units on the bank. And it squeaks it out. Yay! Go over to the tracking sheet. And yeah, I'll try and be more friendly here. 4 units. Knock off that 3. Bye-bye. Knock off that 1. Bye-bye. Okay, I said the max will be 5 units, so we're going to bet 5 here. Okay, that's your max bet. Then we don't go up anymore. Don't. Just don't. I'm telling you, just don't. You're going to learn the hard way. That was a 4 unit. What didn't we do? We didn't mark down the juice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Get it. Got it. Good. Back to business. And player. When it goes back to player, we'd be betting 5. Or if there's a run of 6 banks, then we'll be betting 5. Don't be afraid. 5 units is the max that you're going to bet. All right. Hope you're getting that. Somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what we're trying to do. Now the juice is eating us up a little bit. We got maybe 3 units on the juice. And realistically, if everybody makes the same bet, that's where the casino makes their money. Let's go pause here. So we're going to come back, okay? And we'll be betting 5 units. We'll mark that down for the next episode. That'll be episode 4, okay? So there's our tracking. Next bet. Next bet, 5 units. Okay, when we come back to the new thing, let's add up the juice. 47, 48. There's 6 to add there. Okay, no problem. No problem. 48. Our next bet is 5. Then we'll really be eliminating if we can catch a run. If not, you're going to see the piano. The scales, right? That's what they're called. I'm not musically inclined by any stretch of the imaginations. Okay, so there goes episode 3 in the bank, as we say. And we're not doing too well. Okay, if you want to add all that up, you can. Be my guest. So we take 2.5 units off the 103. We'd be up, our highest plateau is 101. And we're down 4, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. So we'd only have like 79 units left if we started with 100. But trust me, if you can, start with 400 units. If I lose this 100, I'll be in the negative. We'll see if we can get it back, Jack. But until that time, to the next episode, episode 4, shoot for virtual bet 4, Baccarat James, over and out. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you could. And have a good day. See you later. Bye. Baccarat James, over and out.